Today I'm going to take you through using the AdSpeek iPhone SDK within your application using Interface Builder. A lot of this information you can find on the AdSpeek Developers Wiki by going to developers.adspeek.com and clicking on iPhone SDK. This particular example, I'm going to use the banner view and integrate it into an iPhone application using Interface Builder. I'll start opening Xcode and create a window-based application. I'll name my app AdSpeek Demo2. You'll see here I have the normal classes and the nib file. The AdSpeek sample project that is shipped as part of the AdSpeek SDK has the AdSpeek SDK integrated. If I open up sample project here, AdSpeek sample projects, and copy the AdSpeek directory back to my demo project here, click Add, Existing Files, and select the project the folder I just copied, AdSpeek. Groups and folders. There you go. So now I have the AdSpeek files as part of my application. Another thing I need to do is create the view controller that handles the delegate for handling whether AdSpeek can use location and as well as pulling your publisher ID. Click Add New File. Click the UI View Controller subclass. And I'll name it Add View Controller, which is what it's called in the sample project. So I open the sample project here and go to the IB integration group. You'll see the two files, Add View Controller H and Add View Controller M. Let's copy the contents from these files. You'll see that it handles the AdSpeek delegate protocol, which allows the AdSpeek SDK to make callbacks into this view controller for things like the publisher ID and whether or not it can use location. Also copy the contents from the .m file. One thing before we go on to the nib file is that I have to fill in my AdSpeek publisher ID. If I log into go.adspeek.com and click on the Publishers tab, click on the application I'd already created, and then copy the publisher ID here, place that right here. You'll see that it handles some of the methods or the functions here, the background color, the text color, whether or not this application can ask for location, and if this is using a test ad or not. There's a lot more methods that can be handled. They're all commented out here and also included in the README file that's part of the SDK. I'll change this to no just for demo purposes. So that handles the code side. Next thing I want to do is open the main window here. I will add a view controller to here. I'll set its class to add view controller. And next I will add a view. This will be the actual view where the banner displays. I'll set its size to 320 by 50. Put it at the top here. Also put this is not needed, but I'll put a label here just to represent some content in this actual window. One last thing I'll do is I will link the add view controller and the view. should be done. Now I'll set this as simulator, build, and go. Oh, one thing I forgot to add, if you'll see the errors, I forgot to add the core location framework, which is obviously important when you're trying to use location as part of your project. So here that the ad was actually rendered from AdSpeek. I can click on it. This particular ad loads a Yahoo URL. I can save this ad or bookmark it for later retrieval. I can view the bookmarks that I've just saved, in this particular case, the one that I just loaded, and I can click done and be back within my application. Thank you. Again, this was integrating the AdSpeek SDK using Interface Builder.